have some sopraninos here today for you, and they're from different eras. I'm not entirely sure how old the Moecks are. There's the one in the sort of tan coloured box, which I think that dates to the 2000s. I bought this one on eBay many years ago. First thing that happened when it arrived was the cork fell off, so I replaced the cork with a string joint, and it's a little castello boxwood one. So we've got that one, and then I've got one that I think in the red box. I think it must be newer. The box is smaller, and I think they've been trying to make the boxes smaller and smaller. Quite a big difference, really. The box looks newer as well, and this is a little ebony one, and it's currently shored up with Rizzler papers because the joint's very loose, and I will see to that and replace it properly. But for now it's tight, so it will be absolutely fine. So maybe this is a little bit later, I'm not sure. So we've got the ebony one and the boxwood one, and look how different they are at the top. One of them's definitely been on a diet compared to the other one. It's absolutely fascinating how different they are. Oh, let's look at the windways too. Perhaps I'll turn them that way up, I find it easier. Very hard to show the windway on the ebony one, isn't it? They're kind of similar. They're both rectangular windways. If anything, the one on the ebony is a bit wider from side to side. Very similar. Then there is, wow, this has got a really chunky windway. I would say the boxwood one has the smallest, then the ebony, and then I've got this Moeck Tuju, and it's got a really chunky windway. Again, just a rectangular one. They don't look too much different in the camera, but in real life you can see that the Tuju one is sort of much bigger in that direction. And then also a Mollenhauer Kynseker in plum. That's got a slightly, is it slightly curved? Yes, very slightly curved windway. Very hard to see. And it's slimmer, definitely slimmer if you compare it to the Moeck. Definitely slimmer top to bottom on that windway. Anyway, I'm going to play them all for you and compare the sounds. Got a few different bits of music. Got out the school recorder book too. There's a couple of gems in the back of there. So there's a Bourrée by Bannister, a bit from the Handel F major, one of the slow movements, and a Cornish tune called The Lark. So we'll warm up on The Lark. Now that's going to go from low B to top E. It's written down an octave, so I'm going to just transpose it, the octave, to play it. So the good thing about this little Tuju, is it Tuju or Tuju? I'm not sure. It's got single holes, and the good thing is it's actually quite quiet, which I think is wonderful in a sopranino now and then. If you need a quiet one, it sounds a little bit like a whistle, just a little bit. if you missed the order I played it in, it was the old Moeck Tuju, which is a forerunner of the Moeck Rondo, the Moeck Rottenburgh in boxwood, the Moeck Rottenburgh in ebony, and I'm going to play this Mollenhauer Kynseker in plum. This one's this one's quite interesting tuning wise. On this recorder, I don't know if on all the Kynseker sopraninos, but you have to keep the pitch up, you have to blow quite hard in the lower register, and then to keep the pitch down, you have to blow quite softly in the upper register. So it feels very different to play. And of course, for normally on a Kynseker for low B, you're supposed to be doing that, but it doesn't seem to make much of a difference on this one. So I'm going to use standard fingerings. It's very, very different to play to all the Moecks. Right, let's have a go at Bray by Bannister. From old favourite here. See if I can get that to balance on my desk. This one's in there as a duet. I used to really like playing this when I was a job. after all that, I think I better play another folk song, I think. Ooh. Oh, how about You Banks and Braes? I do love You Banks and Braes, which is a Scottish folk song. Yeah, so I play them in the same order every time. Tuju, Rottenburgh in boxwood, Rottenburgh in ebony, Mollenhauer Kynseker in plum. And I guess I ought to do a scale on each of them. Shall I just do F major? Just be boring. Oh dear, I think that one has just objected to lying down and getting cold. Hold on. Low F's a bit weak on this one. To make up for low F, the top notes are easy to get. Oh, this one is just, because it's a two-piece, I always find in a two-piece recorder that hole is, I'd love it to be there, and it's just that little bit further around than I want it, always. Again. again, quite a weak low F, I think. This one's also objected, so lying down and getting cold. Right, let's try that again. Some of those top notes are a little bit dodgy. Yes, I think this recorder's in better condition than this boxwood one. Sounds more reliable. Let's try the boxwood one again. Oh no, it's fine, but around pinched E it sounds a bit strange. Bit of a muted note, isn't it? Oh no, I just had not enough thumb hole open. Interesting. So not so forgiving with the exact amount of thumb hole you have open for the pinch note there on pinched E. Yeah, interesting. Okay, Kynseker. Okay, that's also got cold. Temperamental around pinched E. Oh, you need a very tiny amount of thumb hole. So you can see from my little bit of troubleshooting then, how you play the recorder really does affect whether it actually works or not. And some are more forgiving than others. Some have some notes that you have to be slightly more careful on. So this one, the Tuju, you'd have to be pretty careful not to overblow on the bottom F. On this one it's that top E, and this one it's the top E as well. So don't use too little thumb hole. Don't open too much thumb hole. This one seems extremely reliable and forgiving, and the bottom note's good as well. Just so high up there. Terrible. I haven't played up to top G. I don't think my ears are going to stand it. Anyway, they're a lovely little bunch. They don't all belong to me. Thank goodness, because 4 sopraninos would be a bit too much. No, I think they're all slightly different lengths. Are they? Which is the tallest? We need to know. It's the Kynseker. It's taller. Right, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of the different recorders below if you'd like to. And see you again soon.